The long-awaited Assassin's Creed game set in Japan finally has an official name, Assassin's Creed Shadows. Mark your calendars for its release on November 15, 2024. AC Shadows transports us to the late Sengoku period, slapping us right into one of the most turbulent eras in Japan's history that we get to witness through the memories of dual protagonists, one samurai and one shinobi. Our story begins in 1579 when Yasuke arrives in Japan, the retainer turned samurai that fills the role of one of our main characters. The trailer teases a breathtaking world, but no one will really know how good it looks until we see gameplay. Something that has really piqued my interest is that the world is said to have unpredictable weather, changing seasons, and a reactive environment. A promise of a world that evolves based on my actions and things that happen in the story is really intriguing. If this is a significant improvement over Odyssey's color-changing flags and clothing that really meant nothing to the overall experience, I am very happy with that. I am also imagining how weather could impact our strategies, choices, and how we approach missions. These are both engaging sounding systems that I hope live up to their potential. Changing seasons is also a great feature to keep the world feeling fresh and immersive. Yasuke is a fascinating historical figure, though much about him remains a mystery. While history depicts him as an ordinary retainer to Oda Nobunaga, one of the three great unifiers of Japan, Ubisoft has crafted its own narrative to fill in the gaps of history, and reimagine Yasuke as a formidable samurai. Initially, our protagonists are at odds. When under orders from his lord, Yasuke attacks Naoe, our shinobi protagonist's village in the province of Iga. Eventually, however, the two work together to discover their common destiny. Naoe is a skilled shinobi trained by her father, the legendary shinobi warrior Fujibayashi Nagato, who passes down his skills and wisdom to his daughter. In-game, you will be able to play as either protagonist depending on how you want to fight, both having unique abilities and skills that make their playstyles very different. Choose Yasuke for an all-out assault, charging into a fight with strong combat and resilience, or select Naoe for a more traditional stealth approach, finding hidden entrances and sneaking around walls thanks to her agility and parkour skills, utilizing tools and distractions to dispatch your enemies. Yasuke boasts a diverse arsenal of combat-oriented skills, allowing him to power through any situation with brute force. Interestingly, he does not possess a hidden blade, which suggests he may never fully become an assassin, but rather an ally to them, similar to Eivor from Valhalla. His weaponry includes a katana, a kenobo, a massive spike club that looks intimidating to even lift, let alone wield, bows, naginata, and more. Ubisoft have said that all attack animations in the trailer have been taken directly from the game, so it looks like he's going to be an absolute beast. Yasuke may not be good at stealth, so that's where Naoe shines. Naoe therefore is not as good in combat, capable of taking on a few enemies at one time, but can quickly become overwhelmed if more join. Naoe excels by striking from the shadows, using a plethora of weapons and tools such as kunai, shuriken, and smoke bombs. Her agility and quickness further set her apart from Yasuke, while also having a grapple hook, and therefore being able to approach missions in a much different way than Yasuke, using height and movement to best her opponents and track her next target. Unlike Yasuke, Naoe wields the iconic hidden blade of the assassins, and surprisingly, it is also a pivot blade, which can be used traditionally or flipped to use in combat in conjunction with a tanto. Yes, that's right, hidden blade combat is back in the series. Naoe promises a thrilling stealth experience that perfectly contrasts with Yasuke's brute strength. Each character has their own gear and skills. These two characters are set to create an intriguing dynamic, with Naoe's fiery passion contrasting sharply with Yasuke's thoughtful and level-headed demeanor. This contrast promises to deliver a compelling narrative showcasing their disagreements and differing approaches. Yet it also highlights their ability to complement each other, leveraging the best of both worlds. The tension and cooperation between Naoe and Yasuke should make for a rich character-driven experience, adding depth and complexity to a story as they learn to work together. Ubisoft developers have emphasized their renewed focus for stealth in Assassin's Creed Shadows. They stated, "There are a lot of new mechanics we've added. There are a lot of interesting tools we've given Naoe. I think for fans of stealth, they're going to be extremely pleased with some of the mechanics we've added to the game. Ideally, I would like it to be the main focus of the games, but I know that's not how the RPGs work. It is promising to see them prioritizing stealth and even evolving it in unique ways to keep it fresh and fun. They did promise similar in Valhalla, but ultimately failed to live up to them, so I will remain skeptical on this point until I see actual gameplay." Combat details are limited, with mentions that Yasuke will be able to attack, block, and parry, along with other abilities aimed at making him a combat beast. Although not much is known, I hope they have improved a lot on the previous game's combat systems, as they have been a sore spot for me. They tend to be fun initially, but soon devolve into boring, repetitive button mashing, oversized health pools to zero. For Yasuke's sake, I really hope they have made combat amazing. One exciting inclusion is breakable environments, with many things in the world being destructible, such as shoji doors shown in the trailer, as Yasuke smashing some enemies through it. Naoe will also be able to assassinate through them. It's nothing new, as Ghost of Tsushima had this, but it's nice that it's included here. Other gameplay elements mentioned are recruiting of allies to be spies, becoming your eyes and ears across different locations to help you in hunting down your next target. On the sale page for the game, it mentions, recruit several allies with highly specialized skills and abilities to help accomplish your missions. The map is also said to be about as large as Origin's world, so that's pretty big. We did want to have a much closer to real life scale ratio. So because castles took a lot of space, we really wanted the mountains to feel like mountains, so we've made the environment feel wider in the game. Another intriguing feature is the addition of a customizable hideout. I believe this will be mostly or completely focused on interior design. It is said to let us place things where we want to, instead of in pre-designated spots like in Valhalla. We can expect more information about gameplay at Ubisoft Forward on June 10th. This should fill in some of the gaps in our current knowledge about the gameplay of Shadows. Graphically, it's always challenging to gauge the final product's quality before release. However, based on the in-game screenshots, it's clear that the facial animations and details are significantly improved, arguably the best since Origins. This is promising, especially since Assassin's Creed Shadows is the first current-gen only title in the series. This likely means we can expect a substantial graphical leap, especially in environments, which the series has consistently excelled at. Hopefully the game maintains this visual fidelity when we finally get our hands on it. Shadows will be available on Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5 and PC November 15. Ubisoft are up to their usual bullshit when it comes to the versions of the games. I cannot explain how anti-consumer this crap is. However, there are 3 versions that all come with a pre-order bonus of a bonus mission thrown to the dogs. Standard Edition is $69.99 USD. Gold Edition, which is $109.99 and has 3-day early access and a season pass for 2 planned DLCs. And finally, Ultimate Edition, costing $129.99, which has everything from the Gold Edition plus the Ultimate Gear Pack, which contains everything on screen shown here. There is also a Collector's Edition sold at selected outlets, so check online for your country. One last thing to note is that Assassin's Creed Shadows is being developed by the same studio behind Syndicate and Odyssey, known for their more light-hearted and humorous tones. Personally, I found these entries a bit too cheesy. However, the trailer for Shadows suggests a shift towards a more serious and somber tone, fitting the historical setting. I hope the game maintains this approach, respecting the gravity and depth that the late Sengoku period deserves. Check out some of my other videos on screen now. Thanks for watching, and thanks as always to my amazing long-standing patron Alex Applegate. Sticks out.